Hi everyone, thanks for joining me today. The fabric is just about at knee height. So if I was to stand up, it's just about at my knee. So I'm going to begin with bringing the fabric behind me. So it's almost like a bucket seat of a swing. And then starting to sit in it without swinging, as much fun as that would be. So coming back to just about here in front of my bolster, thoughtfully laying down on my bolster, making sure it's where I want it to be. So you might hold on to the fabric with both hands here and reach the legs up into a V, and then bring one leg around and then the other. So you might just relax here or find a little sway side to side. This can feel pretty good. If you decided you didn't want the bolster, you could just have your upper body on the blanket or the mat, and it would be a little bit deeper inversion. And then releasing one leg, letting that leg get a nice stretch at the front of the hip flexor, maybe with a little movement. And switching sides. Sort of an inverted pigeon. And then coming back, releasing the legs and bringing the legs into the fabric to come into waterfall. Making sure the fabric is high enough so it feels supportive to you. And this might be nice to have your upper body a little lower. So if you wanted, you could set the bolster aside. Usually having the feet on the mat first is a little easier. And then lowering back down. So again, using your hands, slide down the fabric. Maybe one hand comes to the mat. And if this is too much, you might want to pull yourself back up. But as you bring your legs in, this can feel pretty intense on the low back. So make sure it feels okay to you. And then to come up, just use your hands to come back up. Next, we'll be getting into a butterfly position. So the fabric is right about at the arch of my foot. Bringing the other foot in, coming into this position here, and bringing one arm through, bringing the other arm through so the shoulders are in front, feet go back, hips are forward. So this is another variation of that butterfly. Fly your wings. So you can also come forward into this position or from this position into a hanging butterfly. It's a little more intense on the feet and the hips and a little more challenging to come out of. Since the fabric is lower, it's not really at the right height to come forward because I would hit my head. And that's not a good thing. So just another variation. You can take the feet back more and just arch a little bit more into the spine and just find a little more flight. You can feel really nice. To come out, reach one arm up, bring the shoulder to the back side of the fabric, and then let your other arm come out, also holding on. Reach your hands up, straighten your legs, one foot comes down, and then you're out. Another favorite is this down dog variation. Really getting a nice stretch into the upper body. That can feel really great. And then just lowering the knees. Another nice variation is to use the key wrap, coming into a double wrap. Hands come around towards your face. And then again, double wrap, holding on to the fabric. And then coming forward into sort of like a cow variation. Shoulder girdle and arms are active. And then exhale, coming back up through cat. And then keep the arms in close, leaning back. Maybe sitting the hips towards the heels, lengthening through the arms. It's a nice stretch into the quads. And it feels good into the shoulders and back. And then pulling yourself back up. And coming back up. Coming into your cow. Exhale through cat. Inhale, sitting your hips back towards your heels. Make sure knees are happy here. Straightening your arms. Letting the head go back if that feels appropriate. And coming up, let the head come back up naturally. Don't try to bring your head up first. And once more. Inhale, coming forward into cow. Arching through the spine. Exhale, draw your belly in, tailbone towards the mat, pressing down into your hands, into the fabric to come back up. And then sit your hips back towards the heels, and then straightening the arms. Exhale, slowly coming back up. Release your hands and pause. And maybe a nice child's pose stretch here. Coming back into that vacation hammock and relaxing here. So I hope you liked that demonstration today of what you might be able to do with the fabric at knee height. Always remember to be safe. Make sure that you are only doing what feels appropriate for you. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks for watching.